Welcome, fellow goat enthusiasts. So, you're thinking about building a home for 100 goats. That's fantastic. Raising goats is rewarding. It's also a big job. Don't worry, we'll tackle this together. In this guide, we'll walk through building a low-cost goat shed step by step. Get ready to create a comfortable and practical space for your herd. Let's get started. This doesn't have to be complicated. We'll use simple materials and easy-to-follow instructions. By the end, you'll be well on your way to becoming a goat farming expert. Before we hammer the first nail, let's plan. A well-designed shed is crucial for your goat's health and happiness. We're aiming for a spacious shed. A good rule of thumb is to provide about 20 square feet of space per goat. For 100 goats, that means a shed of around 2,000 square feet. Sketch out a simple rectangular layout. Consider dividing the shed into sections. You'll want separate areas for feeding, sleeping, and maybe even a kidding pen for when those adorable baby goats arrive. Think about sunlight too. Goats love to bask in the sun. South-facing windows can provide warmth during the winter months. Building a goat shed doesn't have to break the bank. Let's choose cost-effective materials without compromising quality. Pressure-treated lumber is a great option for the frame. It's durable and resists rot and insects. For the walls and roof, consider corrugated metal sheets. They're affordable, easy to install, and last a long time. You'll also need concrete for the foundation, gravel for drainage, and plywood for any interior partitions. Don't forget the hardware. Stock up on screws, nails, roofing screws, and hurricane straps to ensure a sturdy structure. It's always a good idea to have a little extra on hand just in case. A strong foundation is essential for any structure, especially a goat shed. Without a solid base, the entire structure is at risk of collapsing or becoming unstable over time. This is why it's crucial to invest time and effort into laying a proper foundation right from the start. We want to keep those goats dry and safe. A well-built foundation ensures that the shed remains sturdy and provides a safe haven for the goats, protecting them from harsh weather conditions and potential predators. First, clear the land and level the ground where your shed will stand. This step is vital as it ensures that the foundation will be even and stable. Use machinery or manual tools to remove any debris, rocks, or vegetation that might interfere with the construction process. Then, outline the foundation with stakes and string. This helps in marking the exact dimensions of the shed and ensures that the foundation is laid out correctly. Make sure the lines are straight and the corners are at right angles. Next, dig trenches about 2 feet deep and 1 foot wide for the foundation walls. These trenches will hold the concrete and provide a strong base for the walls of the shed. The depth and width of the trenches are crucial for the stability of the structure. These trenches should follow the outline you just made. Ensure that the trenches are straight and the bottom is level. This will help in distributing the weight of the shed evenly across the foundation. Place concrete forms in the trenches, making sure they are level. These forms will hold the concrete in place as it sets and cures. It's important to check that the forms are secure and level to avoid any unevenness in the foundation. Now it's time to pour the concrete. This is a critical step as the quality of the concrete and the way it's poured will determine the strength of the foundation. Make sure to pour the concrete evenly and avoid any air pockets. Mix it according to the instructions on the bag and pour it into the forms. The right mix of concrete is essential for a strong foundation. Follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully to get the right consistency and strength. Use a shovel or a piece of lumber to spread the concrete evenly. This ensures that the concrete fills all the spaces within the forms and creates a solid, level base. Take your time to spread it out properly and remove any excess. Let the concrete cure for at least 24 hours before continuing. Curing is a crucial process that allows the concrete to reach its full strength. Avoid disturbing the foundation during this time to ensure it sets properly. Section 5. Framing your goat palace. With the foundation set, we can start building the frame. This is where your shed will really start to take shape. Use the pressure-treated lumber to create the walls and roof supports. Follow the layout you sketched earlier. Start by framing the walls on the ground, then carefully lift and secure them to the foundation using anchor bolts. Make sure the walls are plumb and square using a level and a framing square. Next, add the roof supports. These should be spaced evenly and securely attached to the top of the walls. Once the frame is complete, you can add bracing for extra stability. Section 6. Roofing. keeping your goats dry and happy. Now it's time to put a lid on this goat palace. The roof is one of the most important parts of your goat shed. It not only keeps your goats dry but also ensures they stay comfortable and healthy. A well-constructed roof will protect your goats from rain, snow, and harsh sunlight, making their living environment much more pleasant. The roof is crucial for protecting your goats from the elements. Without a proper roof, your goats could be exposed to various weather conditions that could affect their health. Rain can lead to damp and muddy conditions, which are not ideal for goats. Snow can add extra weight and pressure on the structure, while harsh sunlight can make the shed unbearably hot. Install the corrugated metal sheets over the roof supports. These sheets are durable and provide excellent protection against the weather. When installing, make sure to handle the sheets carefully to avoid any damage. Proper installation will ensure that the roof lasts for many years without needing significant repairs. Make sure the sheets overlap by at least 6 inches to prevent leaks. Overlapping the sheets correctly is essential to create a watertight seal. This overlap will prevent rainwater from seeping through the gaps and keep the interior of the shed dry. It's a simple step, but it makes a big difference in the effectiveness of the roof. Use roofing screws to secure the sheets to the supports. These screws are designed to hold the metal sheets firmly in place, even in strong winds. Make sure to use enough screws to secure each sheet properly. This will prevent the sheets from lifting or shifting, which could cause leaks or structural damage. Add a ridge cap along the peak of the roof to prevent water from seeping in. The ridge cap is an essential component that covers the gap at the top of the roof where the two sides meet. It helps to keep rainwater out and adds an extra layer of protection against the elements. Consider adding gutters to direct rainwater away from the shed. Gutters are a great addition to any shed as they help to manage rainwater runoff. By directing the water away from the shed, you can prevent erosion around the foundation and reduce the risk of water damage to the structure. Remember to provide adequate roof overhang to protect the sides of the shed from rain. An overhang will help to keep the walls of the shed dry and prevent water from splashing back onto the structure. This is especially important in areas with heavy rainfall. A steep roof pitch will help with water runoff and prevent snow buildup. A steeper angle allows rainwater and snow to slide off the roof more easily, reducing the risk of leaks and structural damage. This design feature is particularly useful in regions with heavy snowfall. Section 7. Fresh air and clean hooves. In this section we will explore the importance of maintaining a well-ventilated and clean environment for your goats. Proper ventilation and clean hooves are crucial for the overall health and well-being of your herd. Goats need good ventilation to stay healthy. Fresh air helps to reduce the buildup of harmful gases like ammonia, which can cause respiratory issues. It also helps to keep the environment dry, reducing the risk of infections and diseases. Without proper ventilation, the shed can become damp and harbor bacteria. This can lead to a range of health problems for your goats, including respiratory infections, foot rot, and other bacterial diseases. A damp environment is also more likely to attract pests and parasites. Install windows along the sides of the shed. Windows are a simple and effective way to improve ventilation. They allow fresh air to flow through the shed, helping to keep it dry and free from harmful gases. Aim for at least 2 windows on each long side. This will ensure that there is adequate airflow throughout the shed. The more windows you have, the better the ventilation will be. You can also add vents along the roofline. Roof vents are another effective way to improve ventilation. They allow hot air to escape, which is especially important during the summer months when temperatures can rise significantly. These will allow hot air to escape, keeping the shed cooler in the summer. A cooler environment is more comfortable for your goats and helps to reduce the risk of heat stress and other heat-related health issues. Make sure the windows and vents are covered with wire mesh to prevent pests from entering. Pests like flies, mosquitoes, and rodents can carry diseases and cause significant discomfort for your goats. Wire mesh helps to keep these pests out while still allowing for good airflow. The flooring is another important consideration. A clean and dry floor is essential for maintaining the health of your goats' hooves. Dirty or wet floors can lead to hoof problems and other health issues. A concrete floor is easy to clean and disinfect. It provides a solid, durable surface that can withstand the wear and tear of daily use. However, it is important to clean and disinfect the floor regularly to prevent the buildup of bacteria and other harmful organisms. However, it can be cold and hard on goats' hooves. Prolonged exposure to hard surfaces can cause discomfort and even lead to hoof problems. It is important to provide a comfortable surface for your goats to stand and walk on. Consider adding a layer of rubber mats or deep bedding for comfort. Rubber mats provide a softer surface that is easier on your goat's hooves. Deep bedding, such as straw or wood shavings, can also provide a comfortable and insulating layer. Regularly adding fresh bedding will help to keep the floor clean and dry, further promoting the health and well-being of your goats. Section 8. Food, water, and baby goat quarters. With the basic structure complete, let's add some amenities for our goats. Install sturdy feeders along one wall. Make sure they are large enough to accommodate all 100 goats without overcrowding. Provide a reliable water source. Automatic waterers are ideal, as they provide a constant supply of fresh water. If you opt for water troughs, make sure they are heavy enough that the goats can't tip them over. If you plan on breeding goats, create a separate kidding pen. This area should be warm, dry, and well lit. You can use plywood to partition off a section of the shed. Section 9. You did it, now share your success. Congratulations! You've successfully built a low-cost goat shed for your herd. Pat yourself on the back and enjoy watching your goats thrive in their new home. Remember, this is just a basic guide. You can customize your shed to fit your specific needs and budget. Don't be afraid to experiment and get creative. And most importantly, share your experiences with other goat enthusiasts. We're all in this together. Happy farming!